What if I told you there is one simple mental trick, a quiet power practiced by the greatest Stoics, that can instantly stop the endless noise of your overthinking? Your mind races like a wild horse, pulling you in all directions at once, exhausting your spirit and stealing your peace. Each thought drags you deeper into a tangled web of anxiety, doubt, and confusion. It is as if you are trapped inside a storm that will never pass, and no matter how hard you try, the winds of worry and fear refuse to calm. But imagine this. What if at this very moment you could still that storm? What if you could step outside your restless mind and watch it, not as a prisoner but as a calm observer? Could you live free from the chains your own thoughts have wrapped around you? Could you find peace in the silence beyond the chaos? If you have ever felt lost inside your own mind, wasting hours, days, or even years to endless worry, this message is for you. The answer is not in fighting your thoughts or chasing distractions. It lies in a quiet shift of perspective, a way to change your relationship with your mind itself. Stay with me now and you will learn this ancient Stoic secret. It is a simple, yet powerful practice that turns chaos into calm. But know this, it only reveals itself fully to those who are ready to see their mind differently, to step back, to observe without judgment, and to find strength in stillness. Are you ready to begin? Overthinking is no mere habit. It is a fortress you have built with your own fears and doubts. Each restless thought lays another stone, tightening the walls around you until you find yourself trapped in silence and shadow. This prison, though unseen, weighs heavy on your spirit. It suffocates your joy, drains your energy, and makes even the simplest choice feel like wading through endless quicksand. The chaos inside your head steals the one thing most precious, your present moment, slipping through your fingers like water. Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics before him knew this battle well. They understood how unchecked thoughts enslave the mind, how they grow like wild vines, strangling freedom at its root. To them, mastery over this inner chaos was not optional. It was the very first step toward peace. They urged us not to fight the storm with fists raised, but to stand still within it, steady and unmoved. Recall the last time you turned a problem over and over in your mind, replaying every possible outcome, every imagined mistake, every whispered fear. Did it ease your burden, or did it only deepen your stress? Most often, the more we chew on a worry, the louder it screams, drowning out clarity and calm. And here lies the cruel paradox. The harder you try to fight overthinking by sheer will, the more it pulls you under. Like quicksand, resistance only sinks you deeper. You begin to wonder, can escape even be found? Or is this the cage you will carry forever? If you feel trapped, the question is clear. How do you dismantle these walls? How do you find the door that leads out of your silent prison? The answer lies not in battling the storm, but in changing how you face it. Only then can freedom be yours. How do you begin breaking free from the storm inside your mind? The answer lies in a secret the Stoics have guarded for centuries. Your true power rests only in your own judgments and actions. Everything beyond this, other people's choices, the past, the future, the events swirling around you, is beyond your control. To clutch these things is to clutch smoke. To grasp at them is to invite suffering. True freedom comes when you release the need to control what cannot be controlled. Picture this. Anxiety rises, a flood of worry crashing over you. Instead of being swept away, you ask yourself simply and firmly, can I change this? Can I control this outcome? If the answer is no, then you recognize that this is not your burden to bear. This small but powerful question cuts through the noise like a clear bell. It frees you from unnecessary chains, reminding you where your true power lies. It is the gateway to peace. At first, your mind will resist. Letting go feels like surrender. Fear will whisper that releasing control means giving up, that you become weak or powerless. But here is the lesson. Surrender is not weakness. Surrender is wisdom. It is patience. It is the quiet strength to accept what is, while acting where you can. With practice, these doubts fade. The storm inside begins to calm. As your focus narrows to what you can truly influence, the chaos starts to dissolve. The walls of your mental prison begin to crack and crumble. You find yourself breathing easier, seeing clearer. The restless noise dims, replaced by steady calm. But still, uncertainty remains. Life will always throw the unexpected your way. How, then, can you face this without slipping back into overthinking? How can you meet the unknown with peace, not panic? The answer lies deeper still, and it waits just beyond the next step. How do you face life's uncertainty without falling into the trap of worry once more? The Stoics offer an answer both simple and profound: radical acceptance. This is not resignation or defeat, but a clear-eyed embrace of reality exactly as it is, without adding layers of resistance, complaint, or false hope. To accept fully is to see the world without the fog of desire or denial. This acceptance acts as a shield for the mind. When you truly accept what cannot be changed, your mind finds rest. You stop fighting shadows and chasing illusions. The restless tension that pulls you into endless worry loosens its grip. You are no longer caught in a battle you cannot win. Instead, you live with clarity, facing the world as it is, not as you wish it to be. Here lies a surprising twist. Acceptance does not mean giving up. On the contrary, it sharpens your focus. Like a river meeting a great stone, you do not smash against it uselessly. You flow around it with strength and purpose, conserving your energy for the paths that open. This is the wisdom of the Stoic mind, knowing when to act and when to yield. Imagine a river, mighty and relentless, flowing through rugged terrain. It encounters rocks, fallen trees, and steep cliffs. It does not rage uselessly against these obstacles. Instead, it bends, moves, and adapts, always advancing toward its goal. So must you move through life's currents. Learn to flow with the obstacles rather than batter against them. Yet this calm is not easily kept. Life tests you relentlessly. New worries arise, unexpected hardships fall like storms. Each day you must choose again. Fight the wind, or steady your sails. How do you hold this ground when the storms batter your resolve? The answer lies in daily practice. Like the farmer who tends his fields every morning, you must tend your mind. Reflection, meditation, and simple reminders of what is within your control keep this mindset steady. By returning regularly to these principles, you build a fortress of calm, one that holds even as the world shifts and trembles. What daily rituals can keep your spirit anchored so you never fall back into the quicksand of old fears and thoughts? This question calls for your attention, for here lies the secret to lasting peace. The storm you feared was never truly outside. It was the noise roaring within your own mind, the tempest that seemed to shake your world, to cloud your judgment, and drain your spirit, has its roots in the endless chatter of restless thoughts. This storm is not a force beyond your reach, it is the echo of your own untrained mind. And now, you hold the power to silence it. Understand this. Overthinking is not who you are. It is not your essence or your destiny. It is a habit, a pattern of thought you have learned and repeated like a worn path. But every path can be changed, every habit reshaped. The chains that bind your mind are forged by your own untrained attention, and with mindful effort, those chains can be broken. Here's the moral that the Stoics have passed down through the ages. The moment you pause and say to yourself, "This is not mine to control," you reclaim your freedom. In that pause, your mind ceases to be your jailer and becomes instead your most powerful ally. You step outside the frenzy and see your thoughts as passing clouds, not permanent storms. Imagine now your mind as a still lake, perfectly calm and clear. The surface reflects the world as it is, without distortion, without fear. The ripples of doubt and anxiety fade away, leaving a mirror of peace and understanding. This is not a distant dream, but a present possibility, waiting for you in this very moment. Remember, the ancient Stoics handed down this weapon, a mental tool so simple it is almost forgotten in our noisy world. It is yours to wield, a sword of quiet that cuts through chaos and grounds you in truth. Ask yourself now, will you choose freedom today? Will you stop the endless cycle of overthinking and begin truly living in the calm that is always within reach? The choice is yours, and the path is clear. Peace is not some far-off dream, but a choice you make each moment. Your mind's freedom is the greatest treasure you hold, more valuable than wealth, more lasting than praise. Every thought you release, every worry you set down, is a step toward living fully and freely. This journey is lifelong, a steady practice, but it always begins with a single clear moment, a quiet decision to step outside the storm within. Remember this: the power to calm your mind lies not in changing the world, but in changing how you meet it. When you embrace this truth, you carry peace with you no matter what comes. If these words resonate with you, share this video with someone lost in their own noise, someone who needs this key to unlock freedom. Together, we spread strength through understanding. Now I invite you to comment below. What is your greatest challenge with overthinking? What small step will you take today to quiet your mind? Speak your truth. In our shared struggle, we find courage. In our shared calm, we find power.